Ombaru! I'm continuing my Pokemon journey. Today I have my big bro Kage here with me. Kage, please introduce yourself.
Howdy ho everybody, this is Kagiichi, your still kind of sleepy panda bro, but I am still here.
He's here. And also Icy said he will be joining us later. I don't think Arrow said he'd be able to make it though.
Yeah, he wanted to focus on commissions today, and he had one he wanted to like get finished and stuff, so
That's
he
understandable.
wanted to stay out of this one.
Yeah, that makes sense. I know he's always working on a lot of art, so that makes sense.
The hammy is a busy ham.
Yes. He's making that money and being an incredibly talented artist who we should all strive to be like. We should all strive to be as hardworking as Arrow. Okie dokie. Now, to remember what the hell I was doing. I think we had just gotten to this town. That's what we did.
Yes, we were basically taking last stream to just try to get our Pokemon jacked up and more leveled.
That's right. I'm going to rehearse at the dance theater. Care to join me? Sure, why not? Alright, this is a gym. Leader Morty. Oh yeah, this is where we fight the ghost guy. Mystic Seer of the Future.
This is the gym for ghost types then?
Oh yeah. Ah, you're on an adventure with your Pokemon. Well, what's an adventure without treasure hunting? Am I right or am I right? Yes! You understand the true spirit of adventure. I like that. Take this with you. I got the dowsing machine! Touch the dowsing machine for a while to see if it makes a high-pitched noise. When it does, you know there's an item nearby. Walking as you use it may make it easy to find items. I heard there are items in Ecruteak's burned tower. Okay. Let's see. I don't think... I don't think... Hold on. There it is. Can I register it to... Okay, yeah, I can have two different things registered. Although this other one I will literally have to click on the screen in order to use it. So that's a lot less convenient. But okay.
Do we really use it that much though?
Not really. So I think it'll be fine there.
Hey!
Uh-oh.
Stop dancing such a serious face. Show me something like a hula dance.
You mustn't put such a request on me.
Yeah, she looks like a geisha, so...
Yeah.
Huh? Are you telling me you don't respect what the customer wants?
Fuck the customer.
Oh. Well, then I'll show you how to dance. I'll show you a great one.
How dare you? I'll show you a great dance. Spin. What's the
deal with that Team Rocket grunt messing with my kimono girl? You're a trainer, aren't you? Please help her.
On it. Just gotta talk to everyone else first. Ouch. The stomach ache. I wouldn't let this guy act like that. Wouldn't let this guy act like that were it not for this pain. Ah, that's why you're not doing anything. To do such a terrible thing to a kimono girl, I don't understand how young people behave these days. Alright, Mr. Rocket Grunt, it's time for you to go down. But before that, who do I have at the beginning of my party? It should probably be someone who can actually...
So maybe put in Gator Daddy up first?
Gator Daddy probably is a best option for first. Not that I expect this battle to be particularly hard, but still, I should probably save just in case.
Always good to do.
Peace.
Huh? Who are you? You dare to get in my way?
Okay. Let's go with... I don't think Dark is good against poison. I don't think any of these are good against poison, so let's use Ice Fang.
It definitely worked.
No, don't lower my accuracy. I hate moves that lower accuracy. That's exactly why I hate them.
Oh, it missed too, so that's good. Damn it.
Or a bastard. Okay, we're good now.
I hate how even if you miss the attack, it's still you still lose power points.
Yeah, it is always frustrating when you end up wasting points.
Oh, you only have one Pokemon anyway.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
no! You make me look like a villain! You are? Oops! I have an important mission. If they find out I was wasting time here, they'll make me start over. They'll make me start over as the lowest Team Rocket Grunt. I better leave now.
You must be Boybus, correct? That was indeed excellent. Kind and strong. Good at raising Pokemon as well. That person does know what to look for in people. Oh, that was just me talking to myself. Never mind. Well, okay. The old man's gonna give us something. Wonderful, you were so courageous for your age. It was a rare sight to see. I want you to have this. Don't be shy, take it. Ooh. We got one of the HMs. Surf! One of the few HMs that people actually tend to like pretty decently. And with good reason. It actually does pretty decent damage compared to most HMs. So this is going to be our go-to water move for now on. Onyx, what the hell emoji is that? I can't even tell what it is. Hold on, what is that emoji? Poppy? Hold on, I'm doing an experiment so I can figure out what the hell this emoji is. Elbow bump. Oh, okay, that's what it is.
Oh, that was actually... That actually makes more sense. I kind of thought it was a belly bump.
I can see that too. I thought it was like two very like Japanese looking like mascot characters, one that's green and one that's pink, and they had orange lips and they were kissing. Because that's how much of a weeb I am, that's the first place my mind would go.
I don't remember you having personalized stickers though, so...
Yeah, I know. It's definitely just a standard emoji of, or at least some sort of YouTube standard something. I've just never seen it before and I couldn't tell what it was. Kimono girls are always rehearsing their dances at the dance theater there. Well, thank you. It is funny that they still call them kimono girls. I wonder if, like, they made a remake of Gold and Silver now, if they would actually call them geishas, since people know more about Japanese culture in the West these days than they did when these games originally came out.
That's a good point. Good question. That reminds me, like, have you seen the stuff for, like, the Final Fantasy X Kabuki, theater?
Oh, I did! I'm kind of interested in that. I actually saw Nomura did a illustration for it. It looked really cool. I'm interested. I mean, if they end up streaming it or making it available in some way that I could actually watch it, I would totally be down for that. It's really cool that they're doing that.
Yeah, they actually look like something interesting.
Make you feel uplifted, don't they? They give us the hope of the light, so to speak. Speaking of the light, I heard something about the lighthouse in Olivine. The Pokemon that serve as a beacon has fallen ill. Sounds like it's in trouble. Hey, old man, what you got to say? This happened when I was young. The sky suddenly turned black. A giant flying-type Pokemon was blocking out the sun. I wonder what the Pokemon was. It was like a bird and like a dragon. I wonder who he's talking about. Could it be the really cool thing that we see on the title screen every time we boot up the game?
Uh-oh?
No, we see Lugia, because we're playing Silver. Icy has appeared.
And I was like, hey, Icy.
Oh, sorry.
Icy, you're very quiet.
How about now?
You're a little bit louder.
It's sound better to me.
I mean, you just had to turn me up yourself then, because I have myself turned up all
Okay,
the way now.
now you're good now. You're good now. So.
Alright, cool.
So yes, hey, how's it going?
You can see the game and everything?
Leaked from above and got into my mattress, watching my bed sheets. I see. Yep.
It's ICUP.
He's making a joke.
Oh.
That... I'm sorry that you're having to deal with that. That sounds really lame. Having a water leak above your mattress, that would suck. I am sorry.
Unintentional waterboarding.
I actually remember that from like one of my old houses back as a kid.
Oh.
Like
I think...
Oh yeah, I remember it clearly now. God damn it! It was right above where I had my GameCube. It totally fucked it up.
Oh, dang. That would fucking suck. I thankfully didn't have to deal with anything like that when I was a kid. Ecruteak used to have 2 towers, one in the east and one in the west. Thank you for that. But ironically, when I was a kid, one of my friends who was a lot more better off than me, his house had a leak like that for a long time. I think like his dad made really, really good money, but he was also like always very busy as a result. So even though he had the money to fix it, he didn't do it because he was just constantly either working or sleeping. So
A vicious cycle.
yeah, I certainly wouldn't know anything about that. Morty, the gym leader, ascended this tower to try to bring back Ho-Oh, because it no longer appears. Even he couldn't bring it back. You don't seem to have the Ecruteak gym badge. If you can't even defeat Morty, going up there will be a waste of time. Well, fine, fuck you. Sorry, but you'll have to leave. I just want to talk to you guys before I go fight him, Jesus. Apparently I can't talk to him through the table. Okay, now that I shoved that pest to see on my face. Hi, Gay. Hello, Onyx. I'm glad that you're enjoying pasta. I would love some pasta right now. That sounds good. Rainbow hue Pokemon flying gracefully over the tower. The silvery, sparkling Pokemon resting gently under the whirling seabed. All of this is far beyond my imagination. Oh, trust me, dude. The lore is only gonna get worse. The Johto region has 2 legends. One is the legend about Whirl Island, the other is the Bell Tower legend. We have been passing down the Bell Tower legend for generations in Ecruteak City. Okay. I think that was the last building in this town. Oh, never mind. I'm dumb. That the tower that used to be here, I heard that it used to be much taller before it was burned by fire. It was destroyed by a mysterious fire. Please stay away, as it is unsafe. That's video game speak for absolutely go inside. Is this like an old brothel? No, these are, the Komodo girls are geishas. They are not, oh fuck, what's the other word? It has slipped my mind now. Fuck, what is it?
Whores!
Yeah, these aren't whores. No, but seriously, I know there is a Japanese word for it, but I forget what it is. Is it Aidan? Or Oiran? Oiran? Does someone want to voice this guy, and also does someone want to take a crack at pronouncing his name?
Eusin? Kind of like Eustace, but like Eusin.
Does he sound like Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog? Oiran. Oiran. Yes, O-I-R-A-N is the word that I think I was thinking of. Oiran.
Oh yeah, those are the. I think those are like the head geishas and like yeah, the brothels.
I know that she was the Oirans were the inspiration for the look of the teacher in the 1-point English lesson skits from Vermilion Pleasure Night, if anyone is familiar with those besides me.
Vermilion Pleasure Nights? Is that part of Pokemon or something?
Oh no. It was oh, Onyx knows what I'm talking about. But it's Vermilion Pleasure Night, it's like a it's like a Japanese Saturday Night Live. It was only on for like a couple years, but it was like a sketch comedy thing. God damn it, Onyx. It's not showing up in chat, but he just quoted it, and the fact that it's not showing up in chat should probably be a pretty good indication of what the sense of humor in that set of videos is like. In the trail of a Pokemon named Suicune, and you are Boybus, glad to meet you. I heard rumors that Suicune, or Suicune, I guess is how it's pronounced, is here, so I came to look. Take a look at the basement through the hole in the floor. There, Suicune is down there. I couldn't go downstairs, but I know it would run away in no time. I know, I have tried it many times. But,
Oh yeah, you could see them down there.
yes, you can. And this is Morty. This is the gym leader that we're about to fight.
My name is Morty. I'm it critiques gym leader. Because my old friend Houston is here on the trail of Suicune, I decided to investigate the burned tower. Critique has a legend about these legendary Pokemon. Suicune, Entei, and Raikou. As a gym leader of Critique, I must have a proper understanding of it.
I think it's interesting that of the three, Suicune is the only one whose name isn't still spelled using the Japanese phonetics. But
what do you think of the what do they call it? The Paradox Suicune they got for Scarlet and Violet coming out.
he looks really cool. This is the first thing where, as someone who bought Violet, I'm a little bit jealous of Scarlet, because I think that it's a lot cooler than the Paradox Legendary that we're getting in Violet.
I know I saw it. I know, like when Nero and some other friends saw I was like, what? They're like, what the hell they do to Suicune? They like see him turn from like what he usually looks like into essentially like a raptor.
Yeah, I mean, for me, since it is technically its own Pokemon, it doesn't really bother me all that much that it's so different. In fact, like, I like that it's so different. The reason I'm not so interested in the one that we're getting in Violet is because it literally just looks like a plastic version of Virizion. Like, nothing about, like, its anatomy or proportions or anything are changed at all. So, it just looked kind of boring to me.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting that's what we named the rival character. Oh, it's you. You must be here to catch the legendary Pokemon to make yourself strong.
I would not be able to catch it at this level if I tried.
That's quarter talk.
That's only a dream. You see, the legendary Pokemon suits a trainer like me, who was sworn to become the strongest trainer. A battle with Team Rocket Grunts is just right for you.
Time to beat up girl PP.
It just does not make it kind of serious.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think it's a very beautiful name. It's a good Christian name.
I love that sound effect so much in this game.
It is really nice. Damn it. Don't confuse him. Damn it. No. Stop.
Oh shit, that's right. The new Killer in Dead by Daylight came out.
Oh, did he? Or wait, no.
And
I was about to say, I actually knew that.
hate having to deal with them.
What is it? What is she than this?
They're called the Skull Merchant. They sound much cooler than they actually are.
Yeah.
Worst fucking lore, worst fucking character, terrible design, terrible power. Power can only be used for just awful, awful gameplay. Like, I'm talking like hardcore camping and like, oh.
Damn it.
Gator Daddy. Yeah, my friend showed me her design and I was like, this is very, very boring.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Her design is terrible, and her Mori is also very stupid.
It's a shame. Because I know that, like, with that game, whenever they add a... Alright, Gator Daddy, you're probably gonna get knocked out, but yeah, okay. Sorry, Gator Daddy. Today wasn't your day, apparently. But,
I made
how-
a nice rice bowl for dinner. I'm sorry, continue.
Good.
how have you three been lately? Well, Anthony, I've been doing pretty good.
I finally got fucking good news today, so I'm feeling pretty alright.
Oh?
I don't know if I've talked about, my school project that I've had to do for a while.
I don't think you have.
I think
Okay.
you told me about it. It's the one you just had to finish to, like, quote, officially graduate, right?
Yeah. So let me TLDR this. Last year at the end of the year, was supposed to be my last semester. A lot of stuff happened. Like, a lot of stuff happened through the entirety of the school year.
Okay.
And that whole school year, all I had was 3 classes. The first class was like a beginner class that I had missed. Second class was like a more intermediate class, pretty easy. The last one was like what I was supposed to currently be doing, and that was basically do a project for yourself of some kind, log at least 80 hours into it, and then turn it in, have us see it, and then like we'll complete it and be like, yeah, you did what you intended to do. Stamp of approval, you're good. That's it. Simple, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to do a single video by interviewing a restaurant owner, getting some B-roll of like the food, them cooking, blah blah blah. Just kind of have like a little feature video.
Okay.
To try and highlight that, right? Easy peasy. I didn't get to touch that once at all.
Oh dear.
I showed up to class every single day, but with all the stuff happening in my life at that time, like a lot of very bad personal stuff,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, a lot of tragedies. I didn't get anything done, and I had told the teachers. They were more shocked that I even showed up for class.
Oh.
every day. They're like, everyone would have quit by now. Why are you still here? Of course you get an extended period. I'm like, thank you. So, what happened was the teachers pretty much said that one of the teachers, for the intermediate class, said, I'm just going to give you the passing grade. You've turned in everything else besides this last thing, so you're fine. Just be sure to do that missing video and just kind of honor system, like send it to me so at least I can see it. And I'm like, absolutely fair. I will 100% do that. He's like, do it by the end of the next semester, which is this May. And I'm like, fantastic, I'll do it. The other class, however, was written off as incomplete. And all that means is do the thing that you're supposed to do by the end of the semester, the new semester.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm good. I'm not technically taking any classes. I'm not in the class. I just need to get my shit done, turn it in, and then they give me the seal of approval, and they give me my degree. I finally got a fucking person that owns a restaurant to finally agree to talk to me. I've been looking forever. I had someone before, but they said like, oh yeah, I'll come down to the restaurant, I'll have you interview, blah blah blah. I brought my gear, I was all ready. They fucking ghosted me, and I still haven't heard from them. And then every other place would either talk to me a little bit and then ghost me or something, and I'm like, I don't understand why this is so difficult.
That sucks.
You're getting free publicity. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But thankfully, a local ramen shop is allowing to do it.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that worked out.
Yeah. Is it the ramen shop that we went to?
No, it's not Tampopo. Because they were already on my show, the one that broadcasted. So I can't do something on them, so I had to do a different show.
I might have to check out your show at some point.
What's the difference between Razor Leaf and Magical Leaf?
That is a good question. I was actually just thinking.
Magical Leaf should not miss.
Oh.
If I recall correctly, I'm gonna take a look. I believe Magical Leaf should be 60 power and it does not miss.
You will die eventually, Bayleaf.
Unless
I don't
protect or something.
I don't know if I'll win this battle, but I will at least get you killed.
As for Razor Leaf, it has... Oh, shit, does it? Oh, yeah, no. Magical Leaf is far superior.
Ah. Good to know.
Yep. So Razor Leaf is 5 less power. It's 55 power instead of 60, and its accuracy is 95% compared to it never misses.
Hmm.
Both of them can be affected by protecting enemies, so that doesn't matter.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Well, now I know for the future that
wait,
Magical
no,
Leaf is superior.
I see why you want to use Razor Leaf.
Oh, why?
It has a higher crit chance.
Oh.
So if you have things that affect your crit chance, like I can't remember what it's called. It's an item that you have your Pokemon hold. Use that.
Hmm. Onyx said Icy is a bit quiet, so I thought they said vaginal leaf.
Vaginal Leaf.
Don't put leaves in your vagina. That's probably a good way to get an infection. I don't know a lot about vaginas, but I can't imagine those are supposed to go in there. Damn it. Are all of my Pokemon real stupid or something? Because every single one of them that gets hit, yeah, they're all hitting themselves. Every time they get confused, none of them are actually managing to make a hit through it. I think all of my Pokemon are very easily gaslit. Onyx said, vegan pussy. I swear to God, Lambert. Lambert, just land the hit. It's a flying type. It will die in one hit. Please just hit it once. I am begging you. It's paralyzed. It's not even able to move half the time, and yet you're killing yourself. Just to hit the fucking bat. Why not? You could put mint leaves up there. I still feel like that's probably not a great idea. Alright, thank God. Magnemite. Shitballs. Who should we send out for Magnemite?
Hold on, let me see what you have. For Magnemite?
Is fighting good against metal?
Was Metal introduced at that point?
It is, yes. Because even in Fire Red and Leaf Green, they made Magnemite and Magneton metal type.
That's right, this is SoulSilver.
Yeah. This isn't the original Gold and Silver, this is. And yeah, they did have metal type in the original Gold and Silver too. That was the generation where they introduced it.
Oh, right. I'm thinking of something else. Let's see. I'm honestly unsure. What kind of moves do you have on them? You just said it's a regular Magnemite, right?
Yes.
Do you have anybody with any ground type?
It was Gator Daddy that had a rock type. But
rock type he's resistant against. Otherwise, something Gator Daddy is probably the best one that you could use.
Yeah.
So,
What about, is fighting one of the ones strong against it?
Yeah, it is fighting. I was thinking of a different typing. Fighting and fire, it should be weak against too. Other than
I knew the fire one, but I also knew we didn't have anyone who knew any fire moves yet, so that's why I didn't even bother thinking about it. All right, Pimp My King. Oh, he's pretty low level compared to the rest of his other guys, so hopefully this won't end up as bad. I just need to.
You can get like one smack into him.
Yeah. What is what, Onyx? I know that you don't know Pokemon very well, Onyx, but what are you confused by? We're gonna take a risk. Oh, wait, I forgot. This is one of those hits that... only two? Oh, please don't... Please don't kill him. Please don't kill him. Please... Oh, never mind. The type advantages are biting you in the butt, Baloo? Fuck you. I'll figure it out. Yes, the type advantages in Pokemon are very complicated. But that's part of the fun.
It's got a aggressive rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. Cope and Seethe. Onyx, go to hell.
It's not effective.
It's not. I'm hoping Lambert being a few levels higher will just make this a little bit easier, even if it is just doing chip damage. I'm already there, Onyx says.
I know it's gonna happen. But wouldn't, like, any Thunder moves, like, even if it's
electric steel, it's not gonna really do much to it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't think either electric or steel resist electric, so maybe. We'll see.
Wait, what do you mean?
Thundershock might do a little bit better than Tackle.
Not even confused Lambert too.
I swear to God, Lambert. God damn it, Lambert. Lambert, why? Why, Lambert?
How much damage does your electric type move do?
Let me check. Check moves. Tackle is 35. Thundershock is 40. So yeah. And it'll also have stab, since it's electric and Lambert is also electric, so.
It also gives you a chance to paralyze it too. Giving you a better chance.
Yeah. See, that's the thing you're not understanding about this, Onyx, is that the fun of Pokemon is that it is... The fun of battling in Pokemon is the fun of turn-based combat in its purest form. It's not, you know, lightning reflexes, you know, stuff like that. It's about figuring out the puzzle of, you know, this move has this aspect and this attribute, and there's all these other mechanics that I have to consider that's gonna like affect the damage this much in like incredibly slight ways.
I believe Onyx thinks that you are upset with them.
I don't legitimately think you're upset with me, Onyx. I'm just explaining like
No. They think you're upset with them.
Upset with them.
They just said, Baloo, I'm messing with you.
No, I know that he's just joking. I'm just explaining that like cuz I know he's just joking, but at the same time I also know that he does legitimately just not really like Pokemon all that much. So I'm just kind of explaining like the things that seem silly to you are the things that I find fun about the game.
Hey, way to go, Lambert.
Woohoo! Alright, now let's fucking go to a Pokemon Center because my god, my guys are dying.
Oh.
It's happening. He's becoming more daddy as we watch. I don't think we have a Moonstone though, so it's still going to be a while before he reaches his full daddy potential. Nidorino. Would you like to voice girl PP some more?
Yeah. Oh, it feels kind of embarrassing with that name, but
Okay, used to it.
whatever. You'd never be able to catch a legendary Pokemon anyway.
That's what I said. I don't have access to the good enough Pokeballs to do it. Are you guys gonna say anything to me? There seems to be more than meets the eye with you. I like to think so. I like to think I'm pretty good at this game sometimes. It's a rat. Go, Hellspawn. Oh wait, I forgot. You only know ghost moves. Never mind, we're running away. Bye. Are you literally just going to say the same thing? I just beat up a... Well, I guess it doesn't make sense to say I just beat up a small child because the character I'm playing is the same age as the small child I just beat up, but whatever. Girl PP's hair is rather phallic now that I look. I do want Beetlejuice to learn some different type moves. Just because only knowing ghost type moves that do damage is making it kind of hard for him to fight rather low level enemies in this area, because since we're still in the beginning parts of the game, most of the enemies are normal type.
Yeah, that is true.
Baloo, have you watched Shimoneta? No, but I know what character you're talking about. I need to watch Shimoneta. I know it's something that I would really enjoy.
Looking banning of all dirty jokes and all.
Yeah. Because A, not only do I know what character you're talking about, but B, I also know the character who exists in the show who was like tailor-made specifically to meet all of my fetishes, whether the creators realized that's what they were doing or not. So I do need to watch Shimoneta at some point. It just looks really funny from the bits that I've seen. What's Shimoneta? It's an anime. The full title is something like A World Where the Concept of Dirty Jokes Doesn't Exist, or I think...
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. But Shimoneta is like the abbreviated version of the Japanese title, so most people just call it Shimoneta. But it's very funny from what I've seen. Look at him go.
I saw something recently of someone getting reincarnated as a vending machine, and I as a television producer, I'm so happy that they got their idea in the big way. As a consumer, what the fuck?
Man, I know there's some isekai stuff that just get weird. I know there was one where they got character got isekai and got basically put in a basically brothel. That was it.
The oh shit, that's what I wasn't.
Onyx just said Shimoneta is one of Bayonetta's multiverse counterparts. Perhaps I should be more aggressive towards Suicune. Oh, coming on a little strong. Anyway, Boybus, we will meet again. Okay, bye. I don't think any of my Pokemon know strength, so I'm pretty sure we can only go like a little bit into this place, but might as well see what's around. Actually, we should probably put someone weaker in the front so that they can level up, because we have quite a few Pokemon who are not as high level right now, still. So, let's switch. Let's put Gator Daddy in the front, because let's be real, we're going to be using him till the end of the game, whether he's useful or viable or not. Oh, but anyway, I forgot to actually explain it way earlier, but the whole gag of the 1 point English lesson skits from Vermilion Pleasure Night is that in Japan at the time when that show came out, they were having a lot of they were literally called 1 point English lessons, because it was like a video to teach you English, but it was just about one specific word or one specific aspect of English grammar, and they would just cover that. And so that was the 1 point that they were going over. But the 1 point English lesson skits from Vermilion Pleasure Night specifically were being taught by this woman who was dressed as an Oidon, and all she was explaining was sexual terms. And so she would be, the first skit is she's speaking Japanese to the audience and being like, I hope you have your notebook ready to take notes. Now, the English we're going to be learning today is, I give good head. And then she would just go on about it for a long time. And then she'd be like, and now let's use an example. And it's really funny.
It kind of reminds me of they called it the sex education thing. Have you seen the stuff from the Animator Zone?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I haven't seen a lot of their stuff, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and they got this their mascot Zontan. They got this one little special where they actually do this little thing where they do 30 words in Japanese and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And explain how you say them and all.
I know, back when he was going by the name of Filthy Frank, he did a similar, here's how to be horny in Japanese, and explaining how, like, if you directly translate some horny English things to Japanese, they don't make sense, and so you have to use different wording.
Why would Fire Breather Ned use a poison type?
I think it's because it's a poison Pokemon whose poison comes in the form of a gas, and so it's supposed to be implied that it's flammable, like gas fumes and stuff.
I guess.
But unfortunately, OMG, Filthy Frank is my spirit animal. I'm glad you mentioned him. I'm glad that people still appreciate him, even though he's like pivoted into something very, very different. And he's good at the thing that he's doing now. I'm not at all putting him down for it. I'm just glad that there are still people who still enjoy his old content, even though he's doing something completely different now. Who should take care of coughing? And we might have to have Lambert do it. I see Potter and I remember Pouta and by extension Puta. I'm excited to hear more usages of Pouta when people start buying him, but
Yeah, I remember that.
Real quick, my mic's been muted, but I saw someone talk about Porter's new Vocaloid, or Porter's new child. I have things to say, positive things to say. Just give me a second. My mic is muted. I'm talking to my boyfriend real quick. BRB.
that's all right.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm interested to hear more of it, because it definitely sounds like Porter Robinson's music in the one demo that they showed off, but the demo was also done by Porter Robinson, so that makes sense. And I want to see if, when he's not the one at the wheel, if it can sound like a human being, because in his style of using Vocaloids and stuff, he intentionally makes them sound as artificial as he can. So I don't know if that's on him or if that's just baked into it. If it is just baked into it, I have additional questions, not ones that are critical of Pouta, but that are critical of Yamaha to an extent. And the way that their relationship with Krypton soured and why it soured and what the implications of Pouta say about it. Complicated behind the scenes political bullshit. But Pouta is cool. I like him so far. If you haven't seen it yet, go look up Porter Robinson's new song called Human Songs. Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker. We will switch Pokemon. We're going to switch to Gator Daddy so that we can kill it with one hit.
Just fine.
Yes. Everyone loves Surf. It is a wonderful water type move. Why can't all HMs be like this? If they were, people would have never started complaining about HMs. Uh-oh.
Gotta go. Buenas, howdy! It's Joey! How are you? Oh yeah, I took down a Kakuna in the wild the other day. It was a cakewalk. Well, I guess it can't be helped, us being so tough. Alright, later. Didn't he miss the chance to get a Kakuna last time?
Yes, I think so. We got an antidote.
We should probably get more of those from now on.
It's a coughing. Actually, let's just run. Do 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 do. To me, that little jingle right there that plays when a battle is about to start with a rather insidious enemy, is one of the more, to me, it's one of the more iconic songs from old Pokemon games, and I feel like a lot of people don't give it as much credit for how much of an how hard it sticks with you after you play the games initially. At least for me, that one really stuck with me. Why do you have Dragon Rage? You're level 18. You bastard. Well, I'm going to murder you now. Joey is that one kid that thinks every shiny card is worth a lot of... To be fair, they used to be back in the old generation. Because they used to only do shiny cards for the rare cards. Now they make shiny variants for even the commons and uncommons. Yo, Lizardon, Sonic Unleashed Spagonia theme. I do hate that you have forever ruined my ability to look at Charizard without thinking of that song from Sonic Unleashed. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else over here. I think it's just an item, but I also don't appear to have... I don't think I have Rock Smash. Pretty sure the only HMs the only HMs I have so far are Cut and Surf. So that will have to wait for a moment. I'm running away. If Joey were to ever play Pokemon card game, yeah, he has the first edition Charizard, but he never plays with sleeves.
Okay, I'm back. So, what was being said now about the Porter stuff?
Oh, Onyx made a joke about the fact that it makes him think of the word puta, and, granted, I thought the same thing when I saw it, but then I did also talk a little bit about just my actual opinions on, puta.
I am curious.
I've only heard Porter Robinson's actual demo song that he did, Human Songs. so far, and I think I heard a few like little snippets on SoundCloud or something. So far,
He did just drop it yesterday.
yeah. So far, I'm getting the impression that the fact that it sounds as robotic as it does is really baked in. And I personally do not have a problem with that. I actually think that's cool. But it does make me question why Yamaha and Krypton had a souring of their relationship, since the whole reason that they gave for why Yamaha and Krypton parted ways is because Yamaha was focused on trying to push Vocaloid to sound more and more realistic, and Krypton didn't want Miku and their Vocaloids to sound realistic because they felt that the robotic aspect of their characters was part of their charm.
Yeah.
So it's weird to me if that is actually why Miku bounced from Vocaloid and became her own thing, that Yamaha would change, like, either like maybe there's a new person in charge of that department or something, or, you know, I don't know, it doesn't line up with how things happened between Vocaloid and Miku. But as for like just as for his Vocaloid just on its own, like not considering any of the other implications, just as a product, I think it sounds cool. I like intentionally robotic sounding vocals synths. I think they have a lot. Not that I don't like ones that are realistic, but when it comes to the more realistic ones, I prefer when they're like more focused on trying to imitate a specific genre. Like I know there's that new synthesizer V voice recently that came out that's very like rock focused, like a male English rock vocal, which is something that people have been asking for a long time. And then there's also like the opera singer ones that were out on like the old version of Vocaloid and stuff. And so for the more realistic ones, I tend to like ones like those better. But other than that, I like when they're intentionally robotic. I think it adds a charm to it.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoy the Vocaloids. Like I enjoy when they work on them and like not exactly like, oh, you made her sound more human, but like there are ones where it's like they made her sound like not more realistic, but more, I guess, like it just makes sense, like not like a human but her own person, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because like I feel like a lot of what makes it sound like a person is kind of related to how the actual sounds the actual recordings themselves sound, like whether they've been processed or whether they were like the person who was voicing them in like a sort of exaggerated cartoony voice and stuff like that. But once it's actually like put into the instrument and everything, and it's actually in the hands of the user, whether it sounds human or whether it sounds robotic, it can still sound very emotive, because the emotion comes from the fluctuation of the volume and the fluctuation of the pitch and like all the little like nuances of like, you know, the tiny little changes in the sound. And so like you can give human emotion to something that doesn't sound human, and that's one of the things that I think is so interesting and fun about the whole Vocaloid thing.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about Vocaloid too. They, even though they are just a voice bank, there are a lot of Vocaloid artists that put a lot of emotion and effort into how how they use the voice bank. Like, for example, in Patchwork Staccato.
Yeah, Patrick Staccato.
The more they make Miku re-sing that song with more updated voice banks, she sound like just that one part in the middle where she like clears her throat and stuff. Like it just sounds so much better and better every time, and it's like you didn't have to do that, but like.
I know. I really like seeing how people can like. They can really get that human emotion in there, even when like you can clearly tell that her voice is artificial. And I just think that's really neat. I also like hearing just like how different a Vocaloid can sound when it's being used by different people. Because I feel like that kind of helps to... It helps to show how like Vocaloids, because of the way that they're made and used, they're not taking the place of, you know, actual human singers, because they do function more like an instrument. Like the same way that a guitar, like the same guitar will sound different when it's being played by different guitarists, Miku sounds different depending on who's using her.
I like when Michi M touches Miku's voice bank.
Oh yeah.
Michi M makes such good fucking bombs.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, Hello Juliet is still a favorite of mine.
Oh, I fucking love that song. It's so good. I love that one, and what's it? Seraphim in the Ring, the one where it's Rin and Miku singing about how they're like, we failed to become idols, and so we became professional wrestlers instead, is like one of the most. Yeah. It's so hysterical, and I love it.
I love that one. I like God, a lot of the things in like the fucking Greatest Idol album was like fucking bangers. The birthday song for Miku is one of my favorites.
Oh my god.
Easy Dance is so good. Easy Dance is one of my favorites.
The birthday song for Miku legitimately makes me cry. Like,
Same. I'm like
I know how corny that is, but like legitimately it's just so like the lyrics are so cute, and the whole idea of like, you know, having all the other Krypton Vocaloids instead of Miku singing to her is just really charming, and I think it's
sweet.
Yeah,
that's what gives them their charm. They feel real.
Yeah. And it's also like it's weird to think that like no one thought to do that before him making that song, you know? Like no one had ever tried making a song where it was Miku's friends singing a song to her, you know?
That if you want something cornier, as I've been dabbling with Utah-Lloyd a little bit, I've wanted to try to recreate that song as when I actually start to understand how to actually use the fucking voice banks in Utah-Lloyd, recreate that song as a happy birthday present to a friend with me, and then ask other friends, be like, can you record these voice files for me? I'll make a voice bank for you, and then just kind of throw the vocals in. But that'll be a lot of work.
That would be super cute.
But that would be like one of the things I've always wanted to do, since I really like that song.
It is a very good song.
Technically, all I would have to actually do is just go through the song with one voice bank, and then just at whatever point just like highlight the specific voice lines, and just be like, change that to this voice bank.
Yeah.
So
nice. Since I do as we're all talking, I did mention this to you before, I see, but like after Call to the Lamb and was finished, which pretty sure at least I think I will be able to finish it tomorrow.
Oh.
But after that I was gonna do that that new Metroidvania style game, Grim Guardians. But like, I was gonna stream it with like another friend of mine's, but as like a co-op thing. But like, and then I had the idea of uh, like with you guys, like the join, where like one stream, I'd be playing with like one person as my player too, and then like on the other stream, I could have like one of you guys be the player too, since with remote play, it worked like that. I thought it'd be like more like inclusive with you guys, so you don't just like just chat through the whole time. And
Is it what's the game called again?
Grim Guardians. It's a Castlevania style like game.
Oh yeah. Okay. Is it on PC?
Yes, but you also don't have to get the game either, since with a remote play, you just have to. All I'd have to do is just invite you to play with me, and.
Oh.
Yeah, you just be playing as my player too.
I don't think I've ever done remote play before. I'm realizing now that you're explaining that to me, because I don't think I know how it works.
Just basically like you invite the person to play with you. Like if you had a game that was like only couch co-op and stuff, if you did like remote play and invited a friend, it'll basically count that friend as like being right there for couch co-op, and they just play right beside you as the player too.
Huh.
But like, yeah, and they don't, and like I said, you don't even have to have a copy of the game yourself. You just play off of my game.
Huh. Cool. I wouldn't be against that.
Yeah, I thought it'd be more fun that way, cause like, right, cause that way like one game it'd be like pretty in sync and stuff, and then the other it could be kind of hectic, like having to worry about the other person and trying to save them instead of getting killed yourself.
Yee. That sounds good to me. But yes, Anthony, you should definitely play the Hatsune Miku games on DDR, because Vocaloid music is always a good time. Also, yes, RPG Guru, I am familiar with 2U. I like their music. They are good. I am subscribed to them on the YouTubes, so I know when they upload new music.
It's also this one game that I saw a trailer out, or at least they showed a video out of the opening. It looked kind of interesting to me. It's called Cry Machina.
Cry Machina?
Yeah, it sounded interesting and almost familiar to me when I saw like the creator, the producer of the game called Furyu. I was actually right, because I guess it's kind of like I'm calling it the Cry series, because they also made this one other game from like 2019 called Cry Star.
I know what game you're talking about. I want to play that one.
I was thinking of streaming that too, because it does look interesting. I had that on my mind a couple of times, and it looked interesting.
That is an action RPG that did catch my attention, because that game is aesthetic as hell. Like, it is.
Dark magic.
It is so good. I love it. I love the opening theme song. I love it. The opening animation that goes with the theme song. I love it. I love the character designs. I love Everything about it's so good. I love it. So beautiful. I just want to rub it all over my body. It's
What the hell did I come back to?
me talking about how I want to play Crystar.
You know what game I've been playing recently?
What?
Left 4 Dead 2.
I have not played that one.
I have.
This is a very fun game. Kagi, I believe. Wait, I don't remember. Were you still frightened of that one? I don't remember if we went through a full camp. Wait, maybe I can just check your. I can just check to see your achievements to see if we went through any campaigns.
Did we do campaigns? I just remember going through a bunch of stages and stuff.
Those are campaigns.
Oh.
Those are literally campaigns. Let's see. Oh, fucking. View your achievements.
I need to see if
Oh yeah. Oh wow. I'm proud of you. You got through Dead Center and Dark Carnival. And you did the Mustachio fucking achievement. I'm so proud of you.
Pistachio? What was that one for?
During the carnival, there is a test your might kind of thing, and if you have a melee weapon and an adrenaline shot, you stab yourself with the adrenaline shot to power yourself up, and then you smack it with the melee weapon, and it'll like the mallet will go all the way up, hit the bell off the thing, and then alarm a horde. But you get an achievement for it.
Huh. I remember doing that though. Or maybe I was just there when you did it.
I think either that or like, no, I think you had to be the one to do it. You also killed the spitter before she was able to spit, and you killed the jockey within 2 seconds of it jumping on a survivor.
Whatever I did was unintentional.
Nah, looks like you did a good job. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Don't ever expect me to play it though.
I love Left 4 Dead 2. I played that when it first came out on Xbox, and God, I don't even want to know. I've tried to look, but I can't find it. But I would love to know how many fucking hours I put into that game, because it was more than likely more than Final Fantasy 14.
Hmm.
And that's sad because I have 3,000 hours.
Oh Jesus.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna count Final Fantasy because a lot of those could have also been sitting idle. Let me use, what is my Dead by Daylight one? 2,600 hours. 2,680 hours in Dead by Daylight. That's still probably less than how many hours that I put into Left 4 Dead 2.
Are we being slaves to the healthcare system right now? No, Onyx. The fun thing about Pokemon is that in Pokemon,
Free healthcare, yay!
yeah, free healthcare, because the Pokemon centers don't charge you. Like, you have to pay money for medicine, like potions, which is what I'm doing right now. So in that sense, we are still technically paying, but if you can't afford that, you can just stay near a town and just go to the Pokemon Center for free every time.
Yeah, they offer you over the counter, but healthcare is free.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. And honestly, this is the only like RPG I can think of that really, aside from like some of them these days will just like straight up have you like regain health when you're not in battle and stuff like that. But other than that, I think this is the only RPG I can think of that has like the inn system, you know, where you have to go to a town and revive at an inn, that actually lets it be free like that. I can't think of any other games that do that.
You know, looking at your menu right now and seeing the Everstone, it reminded me, like, back in, like, in the Pokemon anime and Diamond and Pearl, I remember Dawn's Piplup, like it was there was an episode where it was trying to stop itself from evolving and stuff, and then like I think Nurse Joy, and it ended with like Nurse Joy like giving Dawn like an Everstone to the mix so it wouldn't have that happen. But like, what about like Ash's Pikachu? Like it had like
Ash's
a same
Pikachu
kind of
It does
Yeah,
not want to evolve either.
Yeah.
but, like it didn't even need like an Everstone for Pikachu.
Well, that's because Pikachu doesn't evolve by leveling up.
Pikachu only evolves via Thunderstone.
Yeah.
Ah.
You have
Pichu to Pikachu has to be happiness, and then Pikachu to Raichu has to be Thunderstone.
yeah.
Huh.
They actually if you've ever read the Electric Tales of Pikachu manga, they actually have a joke about that. About Ash not realizing that you have to use a Thunderstone to make Pikachu evolve. Which people should read the Electric Tales of Pikachu anyway, because I fucking love that manga. But yeah, everyone should read the Electric Tales of Pikachu.
Noted.
He named his Pikachu Jean-Luc Pikachu in that one.
I have Left 4 Dead 2 on PC. I see you should have me. I mean,
I do know,
sure. Why
I
not?
do know they still have a Pikachu for then for once the new Pokemon series starts too. Like
Yeah.
the Pikachu.
I'm not surprised that they did that. I knew that they were going to. I'm also not surprised that the new boy character sounds a lot like Satoshi or Ash. He sounds a lot like the Japanese voice of Ash.
We're getting this. We're getting this right now.
Bull pigs.
Do not kill it.
I'm trying not to. That's why I'm hoping that if I hit it with Poison Sting, it'll be poisoned and I can just wait for its HP to get low.
Okay, Poison Sting doesn't do a lot, so
But if it's still poisoned, that's good though.
it's still
Okay.
poison. I know that's fine, but we're saying like
Yeah, that might not work out just because it is not poisoning it.
how much is
Still,
no.
It's still doing like a good bit of damage that it'll get to yellow.
But-
Maybe just keep going
But
with it.
if it
I-
gets too low and it's still poison, it'll just die.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, is that it will not poison it until it's low enough that it'll die immediately. Poison Sting is 15, Peck is 35.
How much, or what does Bellsprout have?
Oh, shit. Well,
we're
I guess we'll find out. Grass isn't gonna do very good against a fire Pokemon anyway,
That's the
so
point.
hopefully
Oh, sleep powder! Sleep powder!
that's. Oh my God, you're right.
I'm a fucking genius.
All right, so now we put it to sleep.
Oh,
Could you stop?
Fine. It's just a bird. It's fine.
It's fine. Fleshlight, you'll be fine.
Good night, bitch.
Alrighty.
Now put your balls on it. Wait,
Oh.
the premiere ball because it has to be a pretty boy.
Come on. It's a fox and it's a male.
Be a pretty boy.
I know it's not as much of a thing in the furry fandom these days, but I remember the old days when it was like every gay guy who joined the fandom was a male fox. Okay, I'm not counting you. I'm talking about specifically they were all like Twinkie.
I will say that I am the very odd one out when it comes to foxes in the fandom because every other fox is some kind of twink.
Yeah. Like I remember when that was the stereotype is just if you were a female fox, it was because you like dick, and if you were a male fox, it was also because you like dick.
Okay, so I know that's my big. I know you're probably gonna. No, screw it. Let's just make it. Let's just make it Kurama.
Kurama? I do
Yeah.
like Kurama. He's a fun character.
And yet they still killed him.
Aw, sad. Kurama and Hiei are gay and dating.
There we go. Now you finally have a fire type.
Yes, and we're going to put them in our party right now.
Now who are you gonna get rid of?
That is the question. We're going to have to figure that out.
I say if you have a Nidoran, there's your poison, so get rid of Beedrill.
Yeah.
I actually was gonna say switch out Beyonce.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. Its little icon is not as red as I was expecting it to be. So it tripped me up. Alright, Beyonce. I'm sorry, buddy. But we're replacing you with a femboy.
Also, Anthony, if you want to add me on Steam, go ahead. It should just be Icy Paws. I don't mind playing Left 4 Dead. Just so you know, I I move very fast in that game. Because I played that game so many times that I just speedrun the entire thing every time with friends. And also we play a lot of Tank Run or Tank Rush, which is a mutation-like game mode that's so much fun. It's constant chaos.
Interesting. Also, I'm pretty sure we're talking about Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho, or is there another Kurama we're talking about?
I actually gave the name Kurama for like Naruto. You know, Nine-Tailed Fox and all.
Yeah, that the Kurama is just Nine-Tailed Fox.
Oh.
That's why. That's why you see Kurama with either foxes or Kitsune or Nine-Tailed Foxes all the damn time.
Okay. I mostly know it from Yu Yu Hakusho because I'm slut for Yu Yu Hakusho. Even though I haven't watched a whole lot of it, I did watch it while it was on TV when I was watching anime on TV. And I love Yusuke and I love Kuwabara. It should not be a surprise that I love Kuwabara.
Yeah, big himbo.
You should watch Yu Yu Hakusho and cry like me. I do want to watch all of it at some point. I've only watched part of it. I wonder if... Because, like, I only ever watched it in English because obviously they were airing it in English on American TV. I wonder how I would feel about it if I tried watching it in Japanese.
I mean, the whole show was finished in English too.
I just know that, like, a lot of times these days I like to watch things in Japanese if I can. Except for, like, a very select few things, I still prefer watching in English. Like, as much as I am disappointed that they took out the fact that, what's his name? Jim Hawking calls Gene Starwind Aniki in the Japanese version. In the English version, he just calls him Gene all the time. I'm so used to the English dub. Because I watched it when I was so young that, like, to me, that's how those characters sound, and I can't see them sounding any other way. Which, if y'all haven't watched Outlaw Star, watch Outlaw Star. It's good. I miss when they used to make a lot more sci-fi anime like that. Also, apparently it was the inspiration for Firefly. I've never watched Firefly, but apparently it is eerily similar to Outlaw Star in a lot of ways.
What the hell was I gonna say? Oh, speaking of FF, you know what I'm excited for? Fire Force Season 3.
Oh?
Me and my roommate Mabs, we already knew of Fire Force. It's an anime. If no one is aware, it's an anime made by the same creators as Soul Eater.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say right now. But we knew in the end what's gonna happen with Fire Force. We were already aware because people had spoiled the mangas for so long.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, let's just jump into it. We know how this is gonna end. We won't get attached to any characters besides loving them and not really caring if they die or whatever. The journey we went through was so incredible. My God, I'm so excited for season 3.
So, like, I'm assuming that
go on.
I'm assuming that the manga is actually concluded for Fire Force then, because I know when they were doing the anime for Soul Eater, the manga was still going, so they did their own ending.
Yeah, no, Fire Force is over. If not over, it's definitely so far in advance where it's fine.
Okay.
No. I've seen it, and the manga's already done. So.
Okay, so then yes, how it ends is how it ends.
Okay.
So they're
Unless
good, and
unless they try to pull a Full Metal Alchemist kind of thing.
Well, if they do, I actually, Mabs and I were talking about that. We were like, you know what they should do? They should Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood Soul Eater. Let them redo Soul Eater, but like do it like to the manga adaptation.
I would be really down for that. Even though I do like the Soul Eater anime as it is, I'm one of the few people who is actually kind of okay with the ending.
It wasn't bad, but there's so much in the manga that I would have loved to fucking see. Yeah, that's how I feel. I like the Soul Eater manga as it is, but if they were to do what they did with Brotherhood, where they came out with a new anime that began with like a short recap that was like, okay, you've already watched the original anime, here's the parts of the original anime that are canon to this one, and then right here we're gonna start deviating. Okay, go. I would be totally down for that. I would love to see that, especially if they could get all the same voice actors and everyone back for it.
Mm-hmm.
Laura Bailey! More Laura Bailey!
Oh, that's one of the shows that I did watch in Japanese originally before I watched it in English, so I'm used to the Japanese voices, because I hella got into the pirating and fan subbing bullshit back when that was happening.
I always need more Laura Bailey in my life.
Wait, Laura Bailey, she voices Jolene in Stone Ocean, right?
I believe so.
Right, because that one game I auditioned for to voice that one character, like she got voiced she got casted to voice one of the female characters.
Neat.
Yeah. I'll still have to wait until they open up more auditions for characters in that game, because it looks really cool, and I definitely would like to get to be a part of it.
I need to give Fire Force a try. Like, actually...
My goodness, was that a fun ride, let me tell you.
Because I
highly recommend it. I know people usually are like sacrilege against the dub, but like, my God. Oh my God.
So Shinra or Arthur?
Arthur!
Ah.
My stupid baby boy. I love him to know. At first, the first fucking episode, I'm like, this kid's so fucking annoying. What a fucking dipshit. 2 episodes in, I'm like, I will kill a man for this child. I will protect him with my life. Nothing will stop me.
I do, because like,
Huh.
I really love Soul Eater, and I do want to read the manga at some point for Soul Eater, because I do know that it is very different from, or after a certain point, it's very different, because it keeps going. But for Fire Force, it's like, yeah, I kind of want to get into it because I already liked Soul Eater, and Soul Eater is by the same person. But I also just kind of want to get into it because I've seen a lot of the dudes from it, and a lot of them are really hot. So.
I never understood samurai boys until Benimaru appeared in my life. And you know what? I get it. I get it. I absolutely understand everything.
Man, Kurama, you don't have a lot of good moves. I guess we did just catch you, so that makes sense, but... I need to get into Fire Force. I have a feeling it's something I'd really enjoy, because it's got, like... It's got the aesthetic I really like, where it's, like, just the... For me, it's like just the right blend between realism and cartoony, you know?
I'm gonna have to be right back. My Discord's acting really funky.
Okay.
Okay.
My screen went black and then suddenly it came back, but now Discord's all screwed up.
Satan? Is Satan interfering with things?
It's kind of seeing some weirdness with Twitter too.
Oh, yeah. I think Twitter is still acting up.
It's the same with you, right? Like images, like are super big, and you have to actually press on them to actually see the full thing.
Yeah, it feels like a lot of things are just not working the way they're supposed to. Like, I've noticed that now if I hover my mouse over a person's thumbnail, it does not show the little, like, what's it called? Like the little tag pop-up thing that shows like their username and their bio and stuff like that. It will only show up if I hover over their username itself. It doesn't do it for their icon anymore, which I'm so used to doing it for their icon that I keep going to do it, and I'm like, why isn't it popping up? And then I'm like, oh yeah, it's because Twitter is broken now for some reason.
Yeah, it's weird. But I just kind of thought of it too, like thought of this too, because it's also mostly because I kind of want to go back to playing it again. Like, I kind of might want to. I want to restream 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim.
Ooh, I'm interested in that game, so I would be down for chilling while you play that game because I'm interested in seeing it.
Yes, it's a good game. The story is insane, and I kind of stopped. I kind of stopped after a while due to all the other new games that came out, and
yeah,
I do want to go back, and I didn't want to go back to it because like this is like literally. I'll admit, like I do it, but like this is literally the one game I have not wikied just to see what how it ends. Like, I'm literally interested in figuring out what goes on myself because the story has been like a trip and the fact that even Yoko Taro was like, yes, this story is amazing.
You are quite the fool for looking up how games end before you finish playing them.
Hmm.
I mean,
From playing them and enjoying it still, but yeah, but this game actually gets me really into it.
I don't know. For me, spoilers sometimes do not bother me. Sometimes they don't. Usually they don't. I feel. Usually I'm cool with them.
I am a big hater of spoilers. But I count like almost fucking everything as a spoiler. You could tell me like, oh, you're gonna really love this person's blah 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 in that episode, and it's like, great. Now I'm gonna be expecting it, and now I'm going to be looking for it, and then it's not gonna be as impactful as if I first saw it without that prior knowledge. I'm that bitch.
Oh, trust me, I've known many of that bitches when it comes to spoilers. I don't know. For me, it really, I feel like it really depends on what it is. Like most things, it won't bother me, but like, let me trying to think of something that would. I feel like if someone had spoiled the ending of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet for me, that would have probably pissed me off. Cause like but even then that's like I wouldn't have known in the moment because I did not expect myself to like the ending of Scarlet and Violet as much as I did.
Oh, speaking of Pokemon related, how about that Professor Neroli, since everyone's been simming on him since he first appeared?
Are we talking about the guy from the Sleep game?
Yes.
I love him.
AKA Luca's dad. Because he literally looks like he would be.
Huh. You're right.
Speaking of sleep, I know this is probably not the place, but I'm curious. Has anyone seen The Sandman on Netflix?
I have not.
I have not either.
I know of it. I just never watched it.
I've peeked in and watched Mabs watching the first episode, and like one of the people in my local D&D group and the DM, both were like, yeah, this is like a really good show. And as I was watching Mabs watch it, I like peeked back and I'm like, this is really interesting. And I want to watch it, but like it's also one of those you gotta dedicate to the show because like every episode's like a fucking mini movie.
Yeah.
Which always, things like that, like Stranger Things, like it's like I love this show, but it feels like a chore at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had to really be wanting to do it. Anyways, I was just curious to see if either of you two have seen it or know anything of it.
I don't. Despite my cough, there's a lot of like, because like I know that it's not the original Sandman. There was a previous Sandman iteration or whatever.
I think the show Lucifer was also kind of connected to Sandman, or like a spinoff.
Like, despite my age, I still feel like for a lot of stuff from that era, it's not that I was too young to be familiar with it, it's that I was in an extremely conservative household that was very controlling about what kind of things I was allowed to watch. And so in that sense, I was too young because I didn't have the resources at my disposal to rebel against that yet. so I wasn't familiar with it originally. If that makes any sense.
No, I understand.
It's not like I would be interested in going back and watching it. I'd prefer to watch the original first, just because, I don't know, I feel like that is something that, because of the situation, I feel like, I missed out, you know, because I technically could have, if my parents weren't like the kinds of people who thought Dungeons and Dragons was going to send you to hell at the time, which, like, thankfully they have gotten so much better in recent years, but like when I was a kid,
Satanic Panic.
yeah, when I was a kid, my parents were they really were the like Satanic Panic kind of people. So
My parents were as well. And then I got older, they got wiser, realized that's stupid.
yeah.
So thankfully. But I did piss my mom off before, because she was like, "Oh, what are you up to?" And I was about to go to D&D, and I was like, "Oh, we're about to go to D&D. We're about to go give our weekly praises to Lucifer," and she got so pissed.
Oh yeah.
She's like, I won't say my real name, but she's like, "Icy, don't fucking say that stupid shit to me again."
Oh my god. Yeah, for me, like, growing up, like, I know everyone these days is familiar with chick tracts, and for most people, they're just those goofy, comics that they see on the internet, but like, for me, when I was growing up and my parents were, you know, taking me to church, like, those comics were there. I did not like, when I got older and those started blowing up on the internet and everyone was talking about them, I was like, "Oh yeah, shit, I know those." They were like, "What do you mean you know those?" I'm like, "I've seen them. I've lived this."
What's a chick track?
They're like these little, they're like little, if you probably don't know what the term Tijuana Bible means either,
I do not.
but they're like these like really little comic books, like small enough that you can fit them in your pocket.
Yeah,
But
they were like sideways, like little comic books. They were
yeah,
like more wide than they were tall.
almost always in black and white.
And they were just like just comic books, religious comics.
Yeah. Chick tracts specifically, they're called chick tracts because they were made by a guy whose last name was Chick. I think he's still alive technically. But I don't think he makes the comics anymore. I think the comics he like licenses out to other artists to do it now. But they were like comics that were supposed to like teach you about the Bible and stuff, but it was like very extremist Christian beliefs. Like, if your friends are playing Dungeons and Dragons, it's because they're killing each other and sacrificing each other to the devil, and, you know, all this kind of stuff.
Gotta love the Satanic Panic.
Oh yeah.
I actually had to talk about that. I had Kagi talk about that in one of my show for school.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he let me be a narrator for his D&D show.
Oh, 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 okay. So that is your show then? Because I think Kage actually showed me that.
Yeah, that was one of them. For the spring semester from January to May, that's the stretch where we lead up to what we call student operations, and that's the day that our school takes place at the PBS building, the public broadcasting station, in our city. So we both help them with their stuff, and we practice. You know, we do the filming with them and do practice and whatever. And in return, we get to use the equipment for our own stuff.
Huh.
So during student operations, that is a day where the students take over the PBS building for 24 hours, and only our productions are being shown on live TV.
Huh.
On TV, online, their YouTube page, stream, everything. So my show for last year was called Nerds of the Round Table, and it was a little documentary about Dungeons and Dragons and board games.
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons and tabletop gaming.
Because I know Kage showed me the part he was involved in, so I watched that part.
And then I had some other shows that I had to make for the same thing. The first one was like the restaurant thing I had mentioned before. It was something like that. I called it the Cast Iron Tavern. And then I had to produce episodes for different things, like our school's news show. I had the best episode out of all the producers. Just gonna say that now. The teacher said mine sounded the most realistic and not robotic.
Well, that's
like,
good.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. And then I had, when I was a first year, I had to work with a small group for student operations. We weren't allowed to do it ourselves at that time, so we made a show that was another documentary-like show that talked to local music producers and how COVID affected them, because this is at the time when COVID first started. So we talked to local DJs and music producers.
Interesting.
It's been a fun journey.
Well, I think you're definitely doing a lot of cool shit, so.
It doesn't feel real sometimes.
I mean, I can imagine. Like, I've never had a job that involved anything like that, so.
And that's even the thing. This isn't even. I'm not even getting paid for any of this. This isn't even a job. This is just my classes.
Well, I mean, like, whether it's for work or school, I've never done anything like that, and I guess also not as a hobby either.
It's the TV productions program has been stressful. Very, very stressful.
I can imagine. It does seem like it would be a lot of work.
God. There have been a lot of troubles. But thankfully, this is the last bit of it. My degree is being held by ransom. And all I have to do is just give them the ransom money, which is the project.
Well, that's good.
Thank gosh.
He's still alive, technically. What did Blue mean by that? Well, Jack Chick had a stroke at some point, and after that point, he stopped making the comics himself. So that's what I mean, is that, like, Chick tracks are still around, but they're not made by him anymore. But he's not dead. He is still alive. He just is not in a condition to be making them anymore.
Oh.
But yeah, for me, it's like, that's how religious of a household I grew up in. Like, my dad's a preacher. This is all, you know, it was a hardcore satanic panic issue for me growing up, where just everything was the devil. Like, I got into Sailor Moon back when that was running on syndication before Pokemon even came out, and my parents were like, this is the devil, you can't like this. And then Pokemon happened and they were like, no, this is even worse. And they were like, it just keeps happening, why won't this stop? And eventually they started to mellow out, just because one of my siblings who they saw as being the much better child than me, which, like, to be fair, yeah. Like, I didn't do good in school and stuff, so I can understand why I didn't do good in school, and also I had a lot of, like, mental problems that weren't being properly addressed. So I'm not gonna try and claim I wasn't a problem child, but, like, one of my younger siblings who was seen as, like, the much better child, once they were a little bit older, that's when Harry Potter came out, like the books, and they got into them hella hard because they really liked reading. And I feel like that was kind of the point where my parents realized they were like, they kind of realized that they had to step back and just accept that we were going to be interested in these things whether they wanted us to or not. So that was my childhood.
I get you. I totally get you. I was in a religious family, but I wasn't that bad, fortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, of course. However, my best friend, who is still my best friend to this day, did grow up in a family just like that, and
Yeah.
it made it difficult for us to be friends, and I'm still shocked to this day that we've been friends for 20 years.
Yeah.
But we made it work, and their parents got the same thing. They were like, unfortunately, we can't do everything. We can't completely protect them.
Yeah. Like, my parents kind of had to come to realize, like, if we were going to be interested in these things, we were going to be interested in them regardless of what they said. And B, if the child who is getting really good grades and is, you know, not seemingly a huge disappointment is also getting interested in all this nerd bullshit, then maybe the nerd bullshit isn't the problem, and we need to look at what is actually going on. And so eventually my parents did start to mellow out, but it was a process.
Much like every other thing with parents.
Yeah. I have a much better relationship with my parents now, but it's definitely because I am an adult and I live on my own, you know? Like, that and the fact that they mellowed out. If it weren't for those two things, I probably would not be on speaking terms with them, to be honest.
Valid.
Sure.
Understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Ooh, since I mentioned remote play and also, well, the Vanillaware game. You know, another game I would like to do like a remote play stream with. Dragon's Crown.
I have been interested in that game. Also, now that you mentioned that it's a Vanillaware game, the visuals of 13 Sentinels suddenly makes a lot more sense. I didn't realize that was by them.
Yeah. Actually, probably could do like a whole Vanillaware kind of marathon thing probably after Grim Guardians. Because I basically have pretty much every game. I got the PlayStation TV, so I got like Muramasa Rebirth. I got Olden Spear Life Seer and Dragon's Crown on the PlayStation. And 13 Sentinels too. I was interested in that the remastered version of the tower defense style game they made too, called Grim Grimoire.
They made a remastered version of it?
Yeah, it's coming out in April.
Oh, it's not out yet. Okay. I was like, why did I not hear about that?
Yeah, they bringing that back.
That's
I
cool.
wish they'd do something with Muramasa again. Get it out of the goddamn Vita and all.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be cool to do like a stream of Dragon's Crown, and if the remote play worked, could like play with friends and all that.
Yeah. It would be nice if they would bring Muramasa back. I haven't played that since it was on the Wii, but I remember it was good.
So good.
It was fucking gorgeous. All their games are gorgeous, but that one I really liked it. It was really pretty.
Yes, and as was Dragon's Crown, even though it had the controversy of being over sexualized.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, they had some interesting imagery with some characters. That's for sure.
I mean, I'm a strong believer in there is no such thing as a character being over sexualized, period. They can be over sexualized for the intended audience of the media that they are a part of. Like, if it's meant for, very young children and they're, boobily breasting all over the place, then yeah, I can agree that maybe that's probably a bad thing. But when a game is clearly being targeted to like late teens and then adults, I feel like it's kind of dumb to complain about them being overly sexualized, because like the audience is interested in that stuff, and they're at an age where it's normal to be interested in that stuff. So
yeah, and it was like D&D style, so like
that too.
Stuff like that would be in the D&D kind of thing too. But like, yeah, like damn, you have like there are plenty of characters that had a lot of extra C's and that thick.
Yeah. Like, I could understand if, like, you booted up a Pokemon game and one of the gym leaders was like, oh no, my titties fell out. But, like, for a game that's clearly being marketed... But for a game that's clearly... the new Kingdom Hearts game comes out and...
What, Riku's titty falls out?
I was trying to think of one of the male organization members' names.
Oh god! Oh wait, that's what I was thinking of it. Because like I saw like this one thing for like this one person did with a character from that show Vox Machina, and like I asked them to do one with like the Amazon from Dragon's Crown. It was basically like this meme where like they have like the character strutting, and then like this one dude just coming, just like I guess in the corner he's just saying death by snoo snoo, death by snoo snoo, death by snoo snoo.
Death by snoo snoo. I'm so glad that Futurama blessed us with that term. Snoo snoo is one of my favorite things ever.
Yeah.
And also just the ability to say death by snoo snoo.
Yeah.
I love that there is a go-to way to express that you wish to have sex with something and you would enjoy it so much that you'd be willing to die immediately after.
You know what's really funny? Have you ever seen Disenchanted on Netflix?
No, I haven't.
So the same makers as Futurama. There was a part where they were on a ship, right? And they were like trying to be like you had to tie yourselves down because they're sirens and they'll make a man crazy and want to go be with them.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I remember that episode.
They heard the choir like going off and like beautiful noises, and one of the people breaks free from their fucking shackles, and they just go, "I must have sex with its origin."
And it was like,
Fucking kills me every time. They have the best quotes, the makers of Futurama.
They really
So
do.
many fantastic things they've given us.
yes.
Hey, over there. Where? Sorry, I mean over here. I forgot where I was.
I
love
do.
the Robot Mafia.
I have been interested in that show. Haven't watched it yet though, but it looks like something I would really like.
Futurama.
No, not Futurama.
Oh, doesn't you?
Yeah.
It's definitely not Futurama, but like, it's nice.
Yeah, I know I've seen a lot of people be really shitty about it, but I always kind of got the feeling that it was just because they were comparing it to Futurama and being mad that it wasn't as good as Futurama. So it seemed like something that I would still enjoy, just not necessarily as much as Futurama.
Which, by the way, very excited for the new season in Futurama. When we get that.
Yeah, since they brought it back. But like, I was gonna say, isn't Futurama and I know Futurama and Disenchantment made by the same people, but didn't they also do The Simpsons as well?
I think it was the art team was the same. Was it the same writers though? I can't remember.
I was just thinking because I know they did like a crossover with the Simpsons and stuff once before.
I don't know. I would have to look that up. I mean, it could just be that people don't tend to bring up the Simpsons connection just because, like, Futurama and the Simpsons, they look similar, but comedy-wise, they go in, like, complete opposite directions.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, fucking, the Futurama's a million times funnier.
Yeah, for me personally, it's not that I don't like Simpsons, at least, like, from what I've seen of The Simpsons. I'm even one of the people who liked the movie when they came out with the movie. I thought it was funny. And it's
I like the movie.
It's especially funny now that Disney owns it because of the joke about I'm the mascot of an evil corporation joke, and the fact that that joke now belongs to Disney is very funny to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really funny.
It really is crazy to think that Simpsons has been going for 30 seasons. That is so incredibly long. But I guess if your show is a success, you can't really blame them for going that far.
That reminds me of this. That reminds me of this Silent JJ video with like Pokemon. Like how like Brock was talking to Ash, like telling them all like the different things he had to do to become a Pokemon master, and just like it was just telling them all the different things. So like all the new stuff, like how there's over 1,000 Pokemon and different regions he has to go to be champion of, and all that. And like it was just funny. Like he was mentioning how many legendaries are there. I mean, and like they had like the grandfather of all Pokemon with Mew. Like what else is there? And he's just like, and then it gets super. And then Brock gets super serious. It's like, God, our God is a Pokemon. You have to catch God, Ash. What the fuck? God in a ball, and you, and this is all, and it's not even something like, no, this isn't like new like any new information. This is just all known. Like what about all this stuff? What about all the other stuff? I mean, like like all the religions is a lie. Like we celebrated Christmas. Who the fuck is Jesus?
To be fair, like they do celebrate Christmas in Japan, even though it's not a Christian nation. So to them, like to the people developing Pokemon, it probably doesn't seem that weird to have Christmas be a thing in the Pokemon universe, in spite of Christianity apparently not being a thing in the Pokemon universe.
Plus, also, people associate Christmas now as just Xmas, as just being basically a gift, giving gifts and showing appreciation.
Mm.
People just kind of see it as that now.
Yeah.
IMO, that's how I see it at this point. Like Friendsmas.
Yeah. But I do love thinking about like just how things have how things have changed since the original generation of Pokemon, because it is like that. Like if you were there for the original generation when the first games came out, because it was such a small sliver of the Pokemon world being presented, and like because the characters in it were talking like, oh yeah, 150 Pokemon, that's a lot, that's a whole lot, you guys. There definitely can't be more than that, you know, because that's all of them. If you get all 150 of those, then you've filled up this, you know, encyclopedia, and you've helped this world famous researcher. So clearly that has to be a significant portion of them. And they straight up talk about, you know, America, because, you know, Lieutenant Surge is an army general from, or I don't know if he's a general, but like he's a member of the American military in Japan. And so it felt so much more contained, I guess. And then just as it went and the Pokemon world started to encapsulate more and more of the globe with each subsequent game, and then like Generation 4 came out and they were like, this is Jesus. This is a Pokemon, but it is also Jesus, and you can put Jesus in a ball and carry him around with you. And it was just like, man, shit's getting weird.
Yeah. I have opinions about Pokemon nowadays that I will abstain from.
Oh, really?
I will say, first and foremost, that I love Pokemon. I love the concept. Fuck, it's Tsukiyomi. Anyways, I love Pokemon. I love the concept of it. I love Pokemon.
Which person is that?
What? Which person is what?
Did you say fuck someone's name?
Oh, yes. It is something that I am doing at the moment is why I said fuck Tsukiyomi.
Oh, I thought you were like giving a single line expressing anger at like maybe one developer in particular or something.
No.
Yeah, I did see turn up Final Fantasy.
Okay.
As I'm watching the stream and talking, yes.
Okay. I have had my ups and downs with the Pokemon franchise. Right now, my like having just finished the main of Pokemon Violet and probably going to get the DLC, which is actually saying something because I didn't bother getting the DLC for Sun and Moon. Right now I'm on a better I'm right now, things are, despite all of the glitches and shit, I'm of a better opinion of the direction the franchise is going. That being said, I do think that they need to stop bringing out new games as quickly as they do, so that hopefully we don't have to deal with these glitches in the future, because that is not something we should have to put up with. But in terms of game design, I really like Violet a lot. Because, like, for me, starting with Black and White and lasting up until Sword and Shield, I felt like the exploration aspect of Pokemon was getting way too limited and way too boring for my taste. And I feel like Scarlet and Violet addressed a lot of the issues I was having with those games. Y'all got a flamingo for a Pokemon? Everyone keeps ignoring that it's a joke on the plastic flamingo. Like, if you look at it, its body is made of plastic. It's not a Pokemon based on a flamingo. It's a Pokemon based on a plastic yard flamingo. And I'm sorry, but I think that's funny. I love the yard flamingo Pokemon. It's stupid. Plus, there are some... I like a lot of...
I realized I went completely silent. I was like so lost in the words that like I was both listening and not listening at the same time, and I am so sorry.
That's fine.
I was listening, but I was just like I was so zoned out into like watching you play and listening to you.
That's cool. I was wondering, but I was like, I'm sure he has his reason. Or maybe he accidentally muted himself or something.
No, that, and I also ate shit just now.
Oh no.
Whoopsie doodle.
There are... I don't know. Personally, for me, there are a lot of Pokemon in the new one that I really do like. I love Skeledirge. Like...
Baby. Baby.
Oh, that's the one with the swords, the Mega Man looking ones, right?
No. I mean, I do love him too. He's very cool looking. But the final evolution of Fuecoco, the fire alligator baby.
Oh, yes.
His
like...
final evolution, for me, is a breath of fresh air in a lot of ways. In terms of, like, the final evolutions, in particular of fire starters.
Because they usually be, like, fire, but also, like, fighting types.
Not just that they're fire and fighting, but also that even as far back as Generation 1, fire starters, their final evolutions have always been bipedal. Every time. Every single one of them has. And Skeledirge is the first one that isn't. Because he actually moves the way a real alligator does. He moves on all fours.
Yeah. I mean, I did kind of expect it with bipedal, but
Also, Day of the Dead shit. Big fan.
yes, that was also nice.
Oh yeah. I love that they went so far as to design like the little like probably not gonna ever become its own Pokemon, like how, you know, the baby Kangaskhan will probably never be an actual baby Pokemon that evolves into Kangaskhan, but I love that they made their own little Pokemon to have a symbiotic relationship with Fuecoco in the form of the little firebird that sits on top of its head.
Yeah.
Like, everything about Fuecoco and its final evolution, Skeledirge, are fantastic. The middle evolution looks a little bit silly, but I feel like middle evolutions are allowed to have that teenage awkwardness, so I'm fine with that.
Honestly, I like all the evolutions in it. I don't think any of them are really bad.
I don't think it's bad. I just think that like the first one is so cute, and then the final one is so cool, and then the middle one is
he's adorable. I don't know what you're talking about. He is adorable.
Sprigatito
He's
evolved
friend-shaped.
into a. Yes, he is.
like I said, I don't dislike him at all. It's just the cuteness of Fuecoco overtakes my body in a way that I cannot articulate without just screeching like a lunatic. Like when the designs were originally revealed, I had no idea who I was going to start with, because I was like, oh, they're all really cute and cool in their own ways. And then when you start playing Scarlet and Violet, the opening cutscene where like it shows the three of them just kind of putzing around, and like it lets you like kind of get a feel for which one you like better. I like everything Fuecoco did. I was like, you are precious. You are the.
You must be protected.
I was like, you are the cutest, most adorable little stupid thing. I don't think you closed your mouth this entire time. And
Pure of heart, dumb of ass.
I was just like, this is my new child.
Wait, so I just realized someone said icy, and then wait, I can't make that joke. What were you gonna say? I am now curious.
Fuecoco's final evolution.
Oh, it's because one of his comments got not modded, but it's not in the top chat. It's only in the live chat. There was a line between those two. The full thing is, Icy, we have a policy about shit eating on stream. Wait, I can't make that joke. He's making a joke about the fact that in Hage's stream of Cult of the Lamb, one of the characters in his village is based on me, and he literally asked to eat poop and then proceeded to eat poop. And so Onyx has been giving me crap about it ever since.
He's just giving you shit about it.
Yup.
Sweet, I have ass size at this level.
The next game, the Pokedex will reveal that the bird is actually a parasite. Well, okay, yes, Pokedex entries are dark as fuck, but I don't think they're going to do that with the Firebird. Just because it is based on a real-world symbiotic relationship. So...
Man, what they did to the Mega Evolutions makes me sad. Just making them sound like, oh yeah, they literally just hate being alive at that point. It's like, you really didn't have to do that.
It is weird. I want to marry Saguaro. He is now one of my many anime husbands.
Isn't that the I forgot the bird's name, the water bird. The one that has the kind of pompadour-like hair. Isn't that his evolved form?
Oh no, I'm talking about one of the human characters. He's the home ec teacher.
Right, the hairy just teacher that you simp for. Yes. I
Yes.
remember
The one who, like, you basically I think you have to beat the game before you can finish his story side quest, and he's the only one of the teachers that is like that. And I'm convinced that that was a conspiracy against me specifically because they knew that I would do that. But I did. I finally got the sweet herb and I gave it to him, and then I was like, okay, I'm done playing this game until they come out with DLC or something.
that.
The grass cat is Rohan Kishibe, Josuke Duka Shikata.
Pokemon have been leveling up pretty well so far.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get everyone up to at least 20. Just because I tried starting to go through the gym, and it was not going great. So, I think I still need to get Fleshlight and Kurama up. Baloo, let me explain, that was a JoJo. Onyx, I know that was a fucking JoJo. Swear to
Oh my
God.
god, is that a JoJo reference?
I'm going to kill all of you. I know what JoJo is, I just haven't watched it.
Did you know JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
I'm going to kill myself.
And this is your 13th reason.
This is all 13 of my reasons.
I've seen some images for the new JoJo lands too. It looked pretty interesting.
Okay, I guess I shouldn't say I haven't watched it, because that implies that I've not watched any of it. I have watched it, I just haven't kept up with it. But I do know what JoJo is, and I've liked everything I saw of it. I think it is very entertaining. I love how extra it is. I wish that more shows were as extra as that show. Kurama's menu icon looks like a Scrimblow hedgehog. Their menu icons are pretty jank. That being said, even the worst pixel art in this still looks better than any of the sprites in the original Red and Green. Okay, Kurama, since you're in pain, we need to heal you, and also you're the lowest level, so you should probably be at the top of the party right now.
But don't we have a bunch of rare candies?
If only.
I mean, this is an emulator. I feel like you could, like, I don't know, maybe put in some kind of cheat to actually get a bunch.
That is a good point. I could do that. Well, actually, I don't know. I haven't messed with this emulator a ton, so I don't know what all its capabilities are. I know a lot of emulators do tend to have, like, cheat stuff built in, and a lot of other features that don't. Oh God, Rama, stop it. A lot of other features that don't exist in the actual hardware that they're emulating, but I haven't really checked this one a whole lot. And it also seems like this one is a little bit bare bones compared to other ones, so it probably still does have a cheats option. I just haven't looked into it yet. How dare you? Because this one doesn't even load into, like, the menu, like the DS menu when you start it up. It just asks you what game ROM you want to play, and it just jumps right in. So... Baloo, why haven't you watched JoJo Siwa? Because I was already a fully grown adult man when JoJo Siwa came on the scene, and
She's living her best life. Good for her.
I'm very glad for her for all her wealth and success, but it's not for me. Most DS emulators have built-in cheat systems. My dog told me that. You don't have a dog.
How do you know that?
Because I know he has a cat, but he doesn't have a dog.
How do you know it's not a furry that identifies as a dog and does that? For example, I call my boyfriend my dog. And I am his pups.
Well, that's cute.
Therefore, you might be wrong, sir. Stop taking damage. Oh, poof. Oh, that's it? Oh.
Baloo, you heard me stream. How do you deny that? I thought you said it was a neighbor dog, though. I don't know. Maybe I misheard you when you said that. But I thought you said that your neighbor's dog was making a lot of noise. Stand name Naked Brothers Band. Stand user JoJo Siwa. Good for her. Okay, apparently I was wrong. Apparently Onyx does have a dog. I must have misheard him and thought he was talking about his neighbor's dog. Because a lot of the times when he's talking about the noise that I hear through his microphone, he's talking about his neighbors. So.
Tank, stop taking damage.
Oh. Okay, never mind. Apparently he might have actually been talking about his neighbor's dog, because he also just said that there's also 5 other dogs in the neighborhood. It's a chain effect. Dogs do be like that. They be like, hey, you know what's awesome? Bark, 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 bark. And then they're all barking.
I am more of a cat person.
Personally, same. Not that I dislike dogs at all, though. I do like dogs. I just find cats a lot easier to deal with.
I'm pretty good either way.
I've lived with cats all my life. I love that they're chill. They're if a cat, you earn a cat's trust, they will love you and protect you just as much as any dog would, if not more, because with the dog they kind of just usually they just kind of love anybody.
Yeah.
But with cats it's like you got to earn that trust, and when you do, that cat will like love you to death. Which is why I love them, because they're like trust animals.
Yeah. I do like dogs though. I
love dogs.
Be-
Not tiny dogs though.
Yeah.
Can't stand small dogs.
It's just I think because cats are pickier about who they like, it feels more like, oh yeah, I must be pretty good at this, that, you know, cats like me a lot. Whereas with dogs, it's like I've only ever known like one dog that did not like me. Every dog has always liked me, and it's because that's just kind of how dogs are. And
Yeah.
I don't begrudge them for that. It's not like they can help that. We made them that way. Humans literally bred dogs to be like this. So it's not like anything I hold against them or anything. It's just because cats aren't like that, it means more to me when they like me because it feels more personal.
Sweet.
That's how I feel about cats. I love cats because which usually I do. I'm like the cat whisperer, so I don't ever really have problems with cats. Cats usually just kind of love me, and I love cats.
Yeah.
Recently, the two that I had since like 5th grade, passed away like at the end of like it was like it's been about a year now. It's fine. But I still love them. They were like my favorite cats, and my God, this
Yeah, they were really nice cats. I got to pet them and stuff too.
Aw. I have been told that I'm really good with cats. Like, I remember one point going over to the home of a friend, and before I went over there, they were talking about how, like, oh yeah, they have a bunch of cats, and they were like, and some of them are really friendly, but a lot of them are like really, really, you know, judgy and really, you know, they don't like a lot of people and stuff. And then I went over there, and the person whose home it was immediately shocked that apparently like 2 of the cats who were known for being the most standoffish and the most picky and the most distrusting of new people were like immediately all over me. I guess I just kind of give off this God damn it. Poor Karama. I seem to make cats feel very safe when I'm around.
Aww.
And that makes me happy because I think cats are adorable. And I like when cats want to spend time with me because I like to spend time with them.
kitty.
Baloo pussy magnet. God damn it.
It's canon. I'm sorry, you're a pussy magnet.
God damn it.
Get neck deep. Yeah, you get neck deep in that.
Alrighty, I think once we finish this battle, we're gonna call it for today. Even though we're still not quite everyone at level 20, but we're... Oh my god, Stantler, you son of a bitch.
Wasn't EXP sharing already a thing at this point?
No. They didn't make it a normal part of gameplay until, what was it?
No, but I meant like, wasn't there an item that you could use to EXP share?
Yes, but I think in this game you don't get it until later. Because this is a remake of Gold and Silver. And in Gold and Silver, I don't think you get it until later. Okay, apparently I just need to not fight Stantler, because apparently, despite being one of my least favorite Pokemon, they are surprisingly strong. I just need this asshole to leave.
Stantler's a strong Pokemon.
Why? Why is this level 15 Stantler giving me so much trouble? Go away. I don't want you.
Well, what if this actually made Gator Daddy evolve?
That would be funny, but I don't think so. I think he evolves at 30
Wow.
something.
32?
Is it 32 or 36?
It'd be funny if you said all this and then he just evolved.
That would be even funnier, yes. But heal my Pokemon, please. Thank you. Alrighty. I hope you guys can... I hope everyone in chat can join me again on Friday as I continue more Final Fantasy X-2, even though I did unfortunately find out that I will not be able to get the Alchemist Dress Sphere, because apparently I forgot to talk to someone in Chapter 1 that I needed to talk to in order to get it, and so we're not going to be able to get one of my favorite Dress Spheres, but it's fine.
So that's what that one tweet you did was about.
Yup. But anyway, I will be doing that on Friday.
Or you could check out my stream tomorrow with, like I said, possibly finishing Cult of the Lamb.
Yes.
But
Also,
yes.
I think me and you next, not tomorrow, but next Wednesday are going to be on your stream. I think.
I thought it was this Wednesday.
I can't make it this Wednesday, unfortunately.
Oh, that's right. It was we planned it for next Wednesday to do it.
You mean Cult of the Lamb?
Yeah. So, I mean,
You could
Yeah,
also do the stream next Wednesday.
yeah, I don't mind.
So, Cult of the Lamb next Wednesday?
Yes.
All right. So hopefully I will see all of you on Friday, and hopefully I will see you the Wednesday after on Kage's stream while we continue Cult of the Lamb.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Everybody say bye-bye.
Adios.
See y'all.
Bye, everybody.